once you got to Indiana, Rose-Hulman
Rose Holman.
University, you had success there,
Hmm.
got the graduate degree,
Yeah, yeah.
and started making your way in industry in the United States, and you've done
Hmm.
well for
Thank you.
yourself.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
let's talk a little bit about that transition from all of your corporate consulting work
Hmm.
into Bright Star. Could you
Sure.
talk a little bit about that?
Sure. So I did everything that people believe is measure success in the U.S. I started at the bottom with Anderson Consulting or Accenture, which is a professional services firm. I went through the ranks. I made partner there. Um, was traveling, had a decent lifestyle at home, but something was missing. And after a conversation with my sister, I realized her words were, what you're missing is significance.
Wow.
Significance in what you're doing. There's a lack of significance. And so it took me some time to figure out what to do with that lack of significance. You can make money, you can go to work, you can catch a plane, you can travel 2 million miles, but if you don't believe what you're doing is making a difference, then, and if you're not motivated purely by money, then why are you doing it? You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
and so I took some time to think about it, and I realized that what I wanted to do was directly impact people's lives, do something that directly impacted people's lives. And an epiphany that followed that one was there was a lot of job loss going on in Texas a couple of years ago, and I thought to myself, initially my reaction was, okay, let me go into the nonprofit world. Let me find an executive role in some nonprofit, then I can contribute, that way. And then with all the job losses going on, I had the epiphany, well, why am I looking for a job? Why, when I have the capacity to create jobs in my community, why am I looking for a job? And that's the day I quit looking for a job.
Yeah.
And then so now I had, make a difference directly in people's lives, give employment to people in your local community. Um, well, now what do you do with that? One thing led to another, and I found, then 4 years ago, my father-in-law passed away. And so that's when I first got introduced to this whole home care needs for my mother-in-law. And so then this sort of tied together, and I got introduced to Bright Star, and it fit. Bright Star, through Bright Star and this organization I've created here, we're able to directly impact people's lives in a very meaningful way. Um, we are able to give employment to caregivers. I've got about 50 caregivers on my staff right now. It's a very motivating responsibility to say, yes, I can help your family, but then I'm also able to help the caregivers' families.
Sure.
And so if someone says, well, you really do want to make a difference, well, you're making a difference in two ways. In this case, you're also helping caregivers and their families. And and so it kind of fit this model, and so I said, it kind of fits. It allows me to do it allows me to make a difference. It's not easy. It's a very difficult business. There's
Sure.
no doubt, but it's a rewarding one.